Things are never quite as scary when you've got a best friend. Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. It's not something you learn in school. But if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything. My best friend is the one who brings out the best in me. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. A day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside. Hence, if you will not misunderstand me, the exquisite arbitrariness and irresponsibility of this love, I have no duty to be anyone's friend, and no man in the world has a duty to be mine. No claims, no shadow of necessity. Friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art, like the universe itself, for God did not need to create. It has no survival value, rather it is one of those things which give value to survival. Each friend represents a world in us, a world possibly not born until they arrive. And it is only by this meeting that a new world is born. There are three things that grow more precious with age: old wood to burn, old books to read, and old friends to enjoy. There's not a word yet for old friends who've just met. Nothing makes the earth seem so spacious as to have friends at a distance. They make the latitudes and longitudes. No friendship is an accident. The greatest gift in life is the gift of friendship, and I have received it. The greatest healing therapy is friendship. There is nothing I would not do for those who are really my friends. I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not my nature. A friend is one soul abiding in two bodies. True friends are great riches. Never leave a friend behind. Friends are all we have to get us through this life, and they are the only things from this world that we could hope to see in the next. Friendship is a sheltering tree. A true friend is forever a friend. Your friends will know you better in the first minute you meet than your acquaintances will know you in 1,000 years. One good friendship will outlive 40 average loves. To friendship every burden's light. And what is a friend? More than a father, more than a brother, a traveling companion. With him, you can conquer the impossible, even if you must lose it later. Friendship marks a life even more deeply than love. Love risks degenerating into obsession. Friendship is never anything but sharing. A faithful friend loves to the end. True friendship is a plant of slow growth. The only reward of virtue is virtue. The only way to have a friend is to be one. Friendship improves happiness and abates misery, by the doubling of our joy, and diving of our grief. I would rather walk with a friend in the dark than walk alone in the light. That was what a best friend did. Hold up a mirror and show you your heart. If you live to be a 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day so I never have to live without you. A good friend is a connection to life, a tie to the past, a road to the future, the key to sanity in a totally insane world. Friendship's the wine of life. I always say, Lorelei Lee got it wrong in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. It's not that diamonds are girl's best friend, but it's your best friends who are your diamonds. It's your best friends who are supremely resilient, made under pressure, and of astonishing value. They're everlasting, they can cut glass if they need to. For it would then be true friendship, such as no hope, no fear, no self-interest can sever. That is a friendship that stays with people until they die, and that people die for. There are friends, there is family, and then there are friends that become family. Some people go to priests, others to poetry, I to my friends. The typical expression of opening friendship would be something like, "What? You too? I thought I was the only one." But as long as each of these percipient persons dies without finding a kindred soul, nothing, I suspect, will come of it. Art or sport or spiritual religion will not be born. It is when two such persons discover one another, when, whether with immense difficulties and semi-articulate fumblings or what would seem to us amazing and elliptical speed, they share their vision, it is then that friendship is born. And instantly they stand together in immense solitude. Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there. If you have two friends in your lifetime, you're lucky. If you have one good friend, you're more than lucky. What I realize now in hindsight is that there is a natural ebb and flow to friendships. There are times you think there's nothing left between you, that you've hit the bottom, but the special ones survive, find ways of restoring themselves. True friends are never apart, maybe in distance but never in heart. The best mirror is an old friend. I don't know what I would have done so many times in my life if I hadn't had my girlfriends. They have literally gotten me up out of bed, taken my clothes off, put me in the shower, dressed me, said, "Hey, you can do this," put my high heels on and pushed me out the door. I still have friends from primary school, and my two best girlfriends are from secondary school. I don't have to explain anything to them. I don't have to apologize for anything. They know. There's no judgment in any way. Remember that life's most valuable antiques are dear old friends. Life is an ugly, awful place to not have a best friend. One friend with whom you have a lot in common is better than three with whom you struggle to find things to talk about. We never needed best friend gear because I guess with real friends you don't have to make it official. It just is. Growing apart doesn't change the fact that for a long time we grew side by side. Our roots will always be tangled. You don't have to have anything in common with people you've known since you were 5. With old friends, you've got your whole life in common. 'Tis the privilege of friendship to talk nonsense, and to have her nonsense respected. How much good inside a day depends how good you live him. How much love inside a friend depends how much you give him.